Kira! 1. Hello, friend. 2. I have a question because I know you have an insanely busy life. I was wondering if I could pay you for a commission of a tattoo that I'm looking to get as half a sleeve to the shoulder of my left arm. I have the pictures for reference, but I'm not looking for that hyperrealism. Yes, I would like to do that for you. Awesome! Okay, let me send you what I'm looking for. And thank you! Yeah, no problem. I'll let you know a price when I have a better idea of the scale, and you won't have to pay me until I'm done with it. Yes, it's been almost a full year since my work friend asked me to draw them a tattoo, but in my defense, I have 3 kids, 2 of them are toddlers, 2 jobs, depression, and inferiority complex, and they said to even get the tattoo done, they were going to have to save up a bit and to take my time. Well, why did you agree to do it if you didn't think you could? At the time, I did feel like I could do it. But then time passed. I told them that I would get it done this month, and I added turning the process into a video to add pressure on myself to make sure it gets done. So I started on it not at home, and I didn't feel like it was going well. I felt like the flowers were coming out too big, the video quality wasn't where I wanted it to be, and I just had no confidence in it at all. So I decided to take a break for the rest of the day. Then the next day came, and I had to go see FK Twigs. After that, I was just super stressed out, spent that weekend not doing anything productive. I've been straight up lethargic, constantly feeling like I should just give up. Originally, I had decided to just do the tattoo off camera and work on a different video instead, but I never got around to doing any of it. Missed uploading last week. Now it's March 22nd, a Thursday, and I'm currently writing this script, figuring out if I'm going to do this opening bit of voiceover before drawing or after. And I need this video out this weekend. So I'm gonna draw now. So I am actively choosing to nap instead of draw, which I will pay the consequences for later, but I still wanted to show before I actually got started what I had originally. I don't think I was doing a bad job, but I definitely do feel as though starting over is the right decision. For starters, it's too close to the edge of the page. I have a lot of plumage I have to do at the top, and I just don't have the space to do it. I do also feel like it is too big, and I don't know if they'll be able to shrink it when scanning it or whatever, so I want to make it smaller. I want to do better to draw it closer to the middle. I'm going to shrink it, and since I'm giving myself so little time, I'm going to do my best to get the style in that they wanted it to be as I'm drawing it, so that all I have to do is line it. I'm also going to decide if I'm going to line it with marker or if I'm just going to make the pencil lines thicker, because I'm not sure if that matters or not. And that's where we're coming from. This is what we had before I decided to start over. Okay, I have been to work, I have been shopping. It is now 1:17 in the afternoon, and I'm working with the goal of getting the video out tomorrow. We will see what happens. First thing I do is lightly draw out the layout. And I'm realizing that I don't even think I ever explained exactly what the plan was. Because the plan is to do a flower arrangement with specific flowers that she picked out. The first flower that I decided to start with this time is the buttercups, because they're in the front, so it made more sense to start with them in the first place anyway, and they're also the smallest flowers. Next is the Adonis flowers. They had a lot more petals, so it was a lot more of a challenge to really fit them all in, but make sure it still looked like the flower, at least the reference images that I had. These ones took me significantly longer to do than the buttercups did. I also chose not to fully draw out the top two until after I got the next flowers done, because those ones are bigger and are going to be in front of those top ones. So the gladius flowers are the ones that I started with the first time when I sat down to do this artwork, and they're kind of intimidating. There's a lot of folding of the petals. The overall shape of them is pretty star-like, but I'm really bad at judging. How would you describe it? I'm really bad at judging, I guess, distance needed, which is how they ended up being too big the first time I tried. So I really wanted to make sure that I did not make them too big, but I still wanted there to be ones that, at least one that was big, just in case I wasn't doing a good enough job. I felt like the size was really telling of the type of flower that they were. These next ones are called baby's breath flowers, and they told me not to worry about realism. It was really hard to make out the petals in the picture, the petal shapes, and I did not think to just find a different reference photo until after I had already gotten started. But I feel like they still look cute, because from what I could tell in the reference that I had, the petals were sort of heart shaped. So I just rolled with that. And I think it came out cute. And then next was the alyssum flowers. These ones were super tedious. And it was also at this point, it wasn't at this point, it was way before this point. I was having technical difficulties at some point during the drawing process, and I was going to mention it earlier, but I wasn't thinking about it. Basically, after those technical difficulties, it took up a lot of my time, and then I knew I was not going to get the video out Saturday. So whenever you see it is when you're going to see it. But these flowers are really small. It was another case of I couldn't make out the details too good. But also, they genuinely just looked like 4-petal flowers with a prominent coloring in the middle. And they looked like butterflies, cartoonish little butterflies. So I used the not having to fully go for realism excuse and basically just made them look like butterflies. And I do think it came out cute. It just took... It was really tedious, and I was already super tired. I had been up since 3 in the morning. It was going on 10 or 11, I think, by this point. And I was like, I'm so close. I feel like I'm so close to feeling content with how this has gone. And I want to get it done tonight, or at least only have to do finishing touches the next day. But I got it done. I come back to it the next day. I'm still content with how it looks, and I have fully committed to choosing to not line it with a liner and to just darken the pencil marks and clean it up a bit with eraser. So that's what I'm doing here. And she's finished. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I'm pleasantly surprised with myself considering how hard it's been for me to just draw a person, which is my usual go-tos. But this came out faster than I thought it was going to. It came out easier than I thought it was going to. It was just sort of smooth sailing in terms of the overall process of actually drawing it. I'm really happy with it. And I hope it comes out really good as a tattoo, because I am afraid of any of the smaller details getting lost or being hard to read. But I think I did a good job. And my personal standout part are the buttercups. I just feel like they look the best. But I think overall it's pretty. It's pretty. I think overall it's pretty striking and it feels grand. It feels like a flower bouquet. So I think I did a really good job. I will probably make a short or something to update you all on how my coworker friend liked it. Let me know how you felt about your visit by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. Subscribe if you would like to continue to receive invitations to the Hollow. And I will see you next time. Bye bye. I wanted to show a little bit of behind the scenes. This is the setup I put together to record. I put my phone on top of here like this. I balanced it on a little remote, and then I just zoomed the camera in. You might be wondering, why did I have to do it like this? It's because I'm fed up with my current tripod, which is right here. Like, this is the light part. I have it clipped back there. And the phone holder part of that is kind of wobbly, and it's just really short. And I really, when I was working on this, did not want it in the way. So, yeah. That's how I had my setup. It was a Final Fantasy box, a humidifier box, book, jewelry, tarot cards. This is a candle, and this is makeup glitter. That's basically full. Jewelry box, my Korean dictionary that I don't use, and this remote is for this. It's not anything on the bottom of it, right? It's for this lamp. I don't know how else to turn it off but with the remote.